All right. Thank y'all for being here. Another week coming off I guess it's become the norm of playing extra football around here. So talked to the guys on Monday, challenged about playing fast, and I thought we did a much better job of that, especially on defense. It's probably as hard as we played all year for the duration of the game, which was positive. A lot of stuff to clean up, but that part of it helped us win the game. Offensively, we're not very consistent with what we're doing. We're not blocking well up front. We got to do a better job of sustaining blocks and be more consistent. We'll have a little success, and then it's we're non-existent for a while. So things we got to get better at. Special teams, made some plays when we had to. We're still a little inconsistent there. So it's just we got a lot of work on. But I thought we made some improvements on the things we went at, which is playing fast and doing some things at a higher level, and we found a way to win the game. We just got to go clean that up, build on it, clean up the things we didn't do well. Obviously we've got another home game. I think the environment last weekend was really good, had an impact on the game. Hopefully we can have that same environment with the students and the home crowd. It would be huge for us playing a team that that we're familiar with in Charleston Southern. That's always going to be a competitive. There's always a little. Between the two teams, there's always been a little extra edge about it, and I think that's always been good for this game. So we got to get ready to go play. And I told our guys, it's a new week. Your body of work this week will determine, what it looks like on Saturday. And we had to move on and get ready, and hopefully we can do that. And I told them in the locker room, we got to be on a mission right now to do a great job in our preparation, and so we have a chance to be successful on Saturday. So hopefully today we'll have a good day, and we'll kind of try to build on that, and we'll see. But it's a new week, and for us right now, the margin for error is very, very small. So we got to have a great week of preparation and go in and play fast and play hard and give ourselves an opportunity. So at this point, I open the floor for questions.
So starting off, Coach, how's the team's health following the game Saturday?
Not too bad considering the amount of football we've played this year. We got some guys banged up. We're banged up on the offensive line. Matt Olson got banged up in the game. Trenton Jackson's banged up. Zion Katina's been banged up all year. So we're banged up there. Hopefully some of those guys will get back and practice at some point this week. I'm trying to think of other spots. Linebacker, we're banged up. Juan Salas, Mike Mincy hadn't played in several weeks. So hopefully we'll get some of those guys back. This time of year, especially with as much football as we've played, you got 3 overtime games. We're going to be banged up at this time of year. But hopefully we get some of these guys back. A lot of them aren't going to be 100%, but, this time of year kind of is what it is. We're, depth-wise, it's never real good, and we lost some guys before the season ever started that have had a significant impact on what we're doing. So, we'll see how that goes, how the week goes, and hopefully we can get a group out there ready to play.
Coach, you got Travis Bell and Preston Daniels back last week. Can you talk about the impact they had on Saturday?
Yeah, Travis, he was the player of the game for us on defense, and we do that internally as coaches. I thought he came to play. I thought the guys up front on the defensive line came to play. I do. I thought they came to play and did some really good things we need to clean up. I thought they played hard. You'll see some really good effort plays out of some guys up front. Carlos Allen had a great effort play, chasing the ball down, knocking it out. It would have probably been 3rd and 3, ended up being 3rd and 7. We got him off the field. And those are the kind of things that we were really harping on, that it was better. And Travis, I thought, played really well. He's banged up right now. He's going to be banged up the rest of the year. But when he's on, man, he's a difference maker. And I think a lot of guys rally around him when he's playing like he did Saturday. So we need him to continue to do that.
When you said they did some good things, is that in both the run game and the pass game for pass rushing?
Yeah, I think so. It could have been better on the pass rush side, but I thought they came and played physical and played hard. There were some things we could have done a little better pass rush wise. Just everybody doing their job late in the game, especially. But I thought they came to play. Everything wasn't perfect, but I thought they came to play. They were playing physical and they were playing hard. And if we can do that, and then we go do our job, we'll give ourselves a chance to be in the game and give ourselves a chance to win a game. And we haven't been that. We've been really inconsistent in a lot of things all year. I think that's the first time we've gone out. At least I challenged them under 20 loaves for the game, and they did. That's the first time we've done it all year. And challenged them for a game. They did that. So we got to build on it, though. It's last week. It's over. It's like I told them yesterday. It doesn't mean anything. It's a new week, new body of work. But they saw it worked, and it was better. Not what we want it to be, but it was better.
You mentioned Matt Olson getting banged up in the game, and there's also other alignment out. I think at one point it was Nathan Wright, Seaburn Hines, Hall O'Neal, 3 out of the 5 positions in the offensive line. What impact did Olson coming out of the game have? Because it looked like they may have changed their front two at the time. Am I correct in looking at that?
No, not really. I don't think that had any impact on that piece of it. We got in the gun and snapped the ball on the ground. And we're trying to maneuver some things with centers. But I think that had an impact. But at the end of the day, guys are starters for a reason. Right? Like, if they run out there first, there's a reason they go out there first. You'd like to have depth at a lot of positions where guys, you had guys, but there's usually a reason a guy's a starter. And, so we did. We got banged up in the game, and we're still got some of that going on right now from the game up front. And, so we'll just have to deal with that as we go. But Hall ended up finishing the game at center. He's the backup center right now. Behind Matt. And then we just had to move some parts around.
And you mentioned these two teams, when they get together, there's a little bit edge. They have a history. Obviously, hearing from players early on in the program, this is a pretty heated rivalry. And now a little bit removed from that, what knowledge is there on the current team of the history of KSU and Charleston Southern?
There's some knowledge. I mean, we do a lot of stuff during camp where we talk about, especially this year, the schedule, the history of the program, just different stuff. So there's some knowledge, not like if you sit down and talk to Coach Burks or, like it's not like that. But there is some knowledge, with the history of Charleston Southern playing Kennesaw State. But I don't know how in depth. This crowd's so removed from a lot of that stuff. That was part of the reason we kind of talked a lot more about it this summer. Not just about that, but just generally speaking. But hopefully they'll be ready to play. I mean, listen, if we're not ready to play, it's not going to be good. It doesn't matter right now. Like we like I said, our margin for error is very small. And that's just the way it is right now. And we're gonna have to go get ready to play. So, but there is some recognition of somewhat of the rivalry of Charleston Southern and Kennesaw State. Not to the degree it was maybe back early on, but there is some recognition of that.
Xavier Shepard surpassed the 2,000 career passing yard mark this past Saturday. How have you seen him grow and develop as a passer over his career at KSU?
You look at last year, and he kind of caught fire in the pass game, and we were hitting a lot of stuff. And then, honestly, this year it's been off a lot. We have not been in sync. We weren't in sync in preseason, and really, you saw some glimpses of some things that you saw a year ago in the game Saturday, but you really haven't seen a ton of that all year. We just haven't been in sync, and it was better Saturday. Those were some of the things that happened a year ago. The throw he made when we had the drive with 27 seconds to go to Isaac was a really, really it was special throw. Like it was thrown on time, it was thrown early, it was thrown. And it was a heck of a catch by Isaac. So, and we left a lot of stuff out there in the same token. So those things have been positive that we were able to do some of that we've done before. And we're going to have to be able to do that some as we've, navigating, just trying to find a way to win a game and move the ball. So I think it's, to answer your question, I think it was better Saturday, and that was encouraging. Hopefully we can build on that.
Both Cummins and Montgomery received a Sun Player of the Week honors from their performance on Saturday. As a coach, how does it feel to have two of these deserving guys receive those honors after helping you win such a hard-fought win?
Yeah, I think it's always good for our guys to be recognized. I mean, I think that's great, and they're deserving, and it's always great to be recognized. Markeith Montgomery is playing as good a football as anybody on our team right now. Guys, I took a timeout to get him back in the game Saturday. If that tells you the impact I believe he has on our football team. He had a helmet came on, made a heck of a play. His helmet came off, and the clock was what it was, and I didn't know we were going to need that one at the time. In hindsight, we might have needed it, but he's playing so well that in my mind, in that situation where we were in that time of the game, it's like, shoot, man, that's a timeout all the way. Let's get him back in the game. So Marquise playing well. Connor obviously hit the one he had to hit. I'm gonna push Connor to be even better than that and say, hey, he can make them all. And he missed on a kickoff that cost us 3 points. He did a great job hitting, and I'm not being negative, but I think Connor's hard on himself too and saying, hey, he can make them all. And then we got to make sure we execute the kickoffs in the right manner. But for him to come in with a little bit of confidence and make that to keep the game alive was huge. So for both those guys, and any guys get recognition, I'm good with it. Like it's great for those guys and for our team, right? We win as a team and we lose as a team, and but it's good for individuals to get recognized for what they're doing. All right, good enough.